from Levi roots, and I have a passion for food. Ever since I was a little boy growing up in Jamaica, I've always loved to cook. Now, I want to take you on a mouth-watering journey through my favorite flavors. In this series, I'll be sharing classic Caribbean dishes as I travel around Jamaica and the UK, giving your taste buds the tropical treatment. I'll show you how Sunshine ingredients can spice up anyone's cooking and bring the taste of the Caribbean to your kitchen. Now I'm coming to London to explore the best flavors the capital has to offer. And heading to the UK South Coast to fill some clubbers' bellies with a fabulous late-night treat. I'm hoping that some of you guys are quite hungry. As a little boy, I lived with my grandparents on the Caribbean island of Jamaica. Then at the age of 11, my world turned upside down when I was sent to join my parents in London. I had no idea what to expect or what I would eat, but I needn't have worried. My family were living in Brixton, the heart of the growing Caribbean community, where I still live today. My eyes popped out when my big sister Jean took me to the local market that was bursting with Caribbean food. Nice to see you.
Nice to see you too.
Well, this is where it all began for me.
You did?
You remember?
Yeah, as a little boy.
The best thing was actually seeing the food in its abundance.
Well, when you came here, though, you're pleasantly surprised to see the food that we grow back home, that you've lovingly cooked all those years, that we can still get.
Yes, you were a fantastic guide.
Yeah, I love food.
Brilliant. Was a revelation. I learned to cook in Jamaica, and now I could carry on with the same ingredients here. But if you don't live around the corner from a place like this, don't panic. Today, these ingredients are easier to find in supermarkets. But if you want to cook Caribbean regularly at home, there are a few essentials you might want to stock up on. First, we have thyme, beautiful, delicious thyme. Then we have nutmeg. A bit of ginger always goes down well. Pimento, allspice. My old friend, the good old Scotch bonnet pepper. And of course, lovely bay leaves. They're all essential flavors in what I'm calling the Caribbean Sunshine Kit. And today, I'm using them to spice up a family favorite with beef at its heart. I learned to make this from my grandmother, but I'm gonna be cooking it for someone else who taught me so much. My mother. This has to be good. Hello, Mom. How you doing?
Darling.
Mama, I'm gonna be cooking you something wonderful and delicious with my beef pepper pot stew with Spiller's dumplings. Fantastic. Pepper pot is a classic Caribbean stew, and every family has its own version. Grandma's uses stewing beef, butternut squash, and sweet potato with fresh dumplings served up in a hot chili soup. There are 3 stages to this one. I'm starting with my beef and the base for the stew. Would you mind cutting some garlic, Mom, while I dissect this wonderful beef here? Because I think this is gonna be fabulous. What I've got here is 600 grams of stewing beef. The key thing is to cut it into small pieces so that it will cook quicker for you. Now, I'm raiding the Sunshine Kit for thyme, pimento seeds, or allspice, bay leaves, Mom's garlic, and some golden ginger. Brilliant. To these Sunshine ingredients, add some chopped onions and stock, then stick on the stove to tenderize your beef. While that's cooking away nicely, I'm gonna prepare the rest of the ingredients, and I'm gonna now do what we call the hard food, the provisions. That's the Jamaican term for the stuff that gives your food body. For my pepper pot, that's yam, sweet potato, and butternut squash. Yam's increasingly available in supermarkets, but if you have any difficulty, just add a waxy potato. You know, I learned from an early age how to cook healthy, nourishing food like this for mom and dad to come home to after work? All right, Mama, I remember when I was 12 coming home from school in the evening. My friends used to go out playing, but I had to come home to cook real big meals. And when I'm talking about big meals, I'm talking like rice and peas and curry goat and things like that. Dad used to be a rat catcher. You worked on the buses. So when he wanted to go work, he wanted some real proper food to eat. My friends at school thought it was hilarious that, I was so passionate about food and about the flavors and about the textures and the feel of the food and everything. Okay, now we've got all that in there. Let's add this to our stew. The last stew ingredients are butter beans, creamy coconut, and some callaloo. Callaloo is from the spinach family and well worth searching for at your greengrocers. But if you can't get hold of it, then just use spinach. And then, of course, the dynamite. These are the key thing to my Caribbean sunshine kit. My favorite, Scotch bonnet pepper. Now, if you like it mild, it's best to use 1 Scotch bonnet pepper without the seeds. If you like it hot, then you can use 2 Scotch bonnet pepper without the seeds. But me and my mom here, we like it really hot. So we're gonna use 2 Scotch bonnet pepper with the seeds. Yeah, I think that should be nice. In you go. Finally, beat a couple of spring onions to release the flavor and pop in the pot. Mom, can you smell that?
I can smell it.
Does it smell delicious? Does it smell fabulous?
It is.
Yeah. Now, that's bubbling away nicely, but nobody would make pepper pot stew without some Spiller's dumpling. You taught me how to make these, Mom. Nobody makes dumplings like you. This is the final stage. Unlike traditional British dumplings, these don't use any fat. They are just flour, salt, and water, closer to the texture of pasta. I'm not really sure how they got their name, probably because they spill over the pot. There's an old saying that if you can't knead flour, your hands are rubber. This is lovely. How am I doing, Mom? Is it okay?
Yes, it's okay.
Yeah,
it's very
lovely.
smooth.
It's very important once you've kneaded your flour to just pop them straight in. And Spillers are not big dumpling, they're small, just pinch them off. There you go. That's a Spillers dumpling. Give it a roll. Fabulous, just easy. Do you wanna help me, Mom?
Yes, I want to.
Yeah, okay. Mom, I gotta say, your Spillers dumpling, they are beautiful. They look fantastic. Nothing like mine's, which don't look anything like yours. Just add a little pinch of salt to it. Bit of black pepper.
Not a lot.
Not too much, yeah. And the ultimate pepper pot taste test? My mom, of course. How's that?
To blow your head off.
Let's blow your head off, yes. What is pepper pot stew, Mom? And those flavors are only going to get better. Let your pot simmer till the dumplings are cooked and tuck in. Let's have a look. Tender beef, succulent vegetables, and dumplings in a creamy, spicy stew. Isn't that exactly what you want to come home from work to? Yeah.
It's delicious.
Yeah. Hot, but delicious,
It
yes.
is.
Now, Mom, I could sit here and eat this all day, but I've got a special friend that I've got to save some for, so let's put some in a bowl for him, shall we? Okay. That's another trick I picked up from Gran. Cook more than you need. The delicious aromas always drag in guests. This bowl is for an old neighbor from my village in Jamaica. I want his advice on how to spread the word about Caribbean cuisine. Do you mind warming this up for me? Not only does Burchell Whiteman hold a pretty high position over here, he likes his pepper pot hot. Okay, Burchell, tell me, what are you doing nowadays?
Well, I'm the Jamaican High Commissioner to the United Kingdom, representing Jamaica to the UK. And it's a very exciting job and very interesting and very demanding, but I enjoy it.
Well, it's fantastic that we're both from the same little village of Content in Clarendon. I got a present for you.
What's that?
Well, it's just a memory of our days back in Clarendon.
Oh,
I think
pepper
you
pot.
enjoyed. Yeah, this,
Pepper
yes,
pot.
it's. Well, it was inspired by my grandmother. This was the type of meal that she would make. Ingredients from the garden in the pot.
This is good.
Yes.
But it could be hotter. Could be hotter.
Well, coming from you, now, if I'm going to be an ambassador for Caribbean food, what shall I actually make people fall in love with?
There are a lot of wonderful fruits that we have that are not really exposed over here. But I think too that our mangoes are different from the mangoes that you find in the supermarkets
Yes,
here.
so many different names. Okay, I'm going to put it to the test here to see how many different mangoes that you can tell me right now. Come on, Bertie.
Number 11,
Yes.
Bombay, St.
Yes.
Julian,
Wow.
Beefy, Hayden, Fine Skin,
Yes.
Black Mango. And
Yes.
it's one of the areas I think that we should be looking at some more and trying to find a way to bring those flavors here in the fruit, in the juices as well as in the food.
Yes.
Well, let me tell you, I'm having a dinner party soon. And I'd like to invite you.
Wow. Thank you
I'm
very
with some
much.
very special people. One thing though, you're my friend, but you have to come and cook. How about
I
that?
knew there was a cat somewhere coming in there.
So here's the invitation.
Thank you very much.
Good.
Wow, that's a challenge. I don't even know who's gonna be there. But it is a chance to show off how to use some of the great fresh fruit of the Caribbean in an unusual way. First though, I've got another appointment on the South Coast.
Yeah, you got me going. You got me going. You got me.
Since my teens, I've enjoyed making music almost as much as making food. And tonight, I'm laying on both for my fans.
You got me going.
Now, my audience may have impeccable taste, but sometimes I worry about how they fill their bellies. So for an encore, I want to show them something so delicious and easy, they'll soon be cooking it for themselves. This is for them. Fast food with an healthy tropical twist. It's my lamb and pineapple kebab with lime, chili, and coriander mayo. This recipe is bursting with sunshine fruit, but I think the real star of the show is my lamb, marinated in pineapple juice, molasses, and vinegar. Together, they create a sweet and sour tang. So let's go. You want lamb neck fillets cut into chunks. The golden rule is longer the marinade, sweeter the meat. Even if you are in a hurry, try to leave it to marinate for at least an hour to soak up the flavor. Now let's compose our kebab. I think I'm gonna start with the meat. I'm adding pineapple, banana, onions, and peppers. Not a lot of people would actually barbecue pineapple, but it's a Caribbean thing here. We would put anything in the barbecue. Yeah, no fuss. What's difficult about that? All you do is bung it on your barbecue. Brush with oil and keep turning. For maximum juiciness, baste with the marinade. While they're cooking, mix your dressing. Mayo giving a tropical twist with chopped garlic, coriander, chili, and lime juice. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is it. Shall we get one together? Yeah! Let's go. Now, I'm using flatbread here, yes? Okay, we're just gonna put a little bit of lettuce in there first of all. On the other corner, put a dab of your thing here. Your nice, lovely lamb barbecue. The trick is just to close and try and grab everything and pull. See it there? Here you go, sir. First one. Yes. Let me get another one together while it's going on there. It's that easy. Lettuce, mayo, kebab, magic. Look at this lovely Rasta woman here with that dreadlocks. Respect. You can have this with anything. You can eat it with some crackers, steamed down with 2 fat snappers, some okra and some spinners, swimming in some coconut juice. That was fantastic, fabulous, gargantuan, sensational. I don't know what I enjoyed most of all, whether it was the music or the food. But I tell you what, these guys, yeah, out of this world. Brilliant. The Caribbean has always had a culture of eating outdoors. And it's no surprise classics like jerk chicken have become popular fast food in the UK. But I've come back to London to check out something a little more formal. You'll find all kinds of food available on Britain's High Street. But it's quite a rare thing to find a Caribbean restaurant. Someone who's making a real difference is Anthony Cumberbatch with what he calls Nouvelle Caribbean cuisine. And he's promising to me that if the food not look good on the plate, it now go taste good.
Absolutely.
Yes. What are you gonna cook for us today?
Today I'm gonna cook pan-fried sea bass for the national dish of Barbados, cuckoo.
This should be pure Bajan bliss. Cuckoo is a national favorite, a dish that combines cornmeal and okra, traditionally served with flying fish. But Anthony's using a British favorite sea bass, marinated in lime and thyme. He's topped his tower with a tomato and lime salsa. First the marinade, and it looks like Anthony has been at that sunshine kit. To an onion, a lime, and some spring onion, he's adding some thyme, some Scotch bonnet chili, and I'm crushing some allspice. Splashing a dash of Worcester sauce, some seasoning, and oil.
That's looking good, Levi.
Yeah, fantastic.
I want to add the coriander. Color, that's it. That's it. Smell it.
It's got that fresh smell of the thyme and the coriander. Fantastic. This is brilliant. Yep.
Can we marinate the fish now?
Let's go. Let's do it. Marinate the sea bass for 20 minutes, no longer, or the acid from the lime will start to cook the flesh.
And a bit of the pimento that you've crushed.
Yep.
Rub it into the fish, especially the fleshy side.
Now for the side dish, cuckoo. In Barbados, you'd make this with cornmeal, but for speed, Anthony's using a substitute, ready-made polenta, which you can pick up easily.
You need to put the flour on, otherwise it will stick.
And this is where it all takes off with a very hot pan. Add a little seasoning and thyme.
But that's literally cooked now. So what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna cook the okra. Hot pan.
Okra, or lady's fingers to use the Caribbean name, is the other half of cuckoo. My memory of okra is that no children loved okra. But
Yeah.
now when you get older, you love okra.
Yeah, but the trick is not to cook it when it's slimy. That's literally the trick in there.
Fry with a little seasoning, add onions, chopped garlic, and more thyme.
It just needs to sweat down a tiny bit more and that's it. Now let me do the fish now, yeah?
Fry your sea bass for 2 minutes on each side. Simple. And for a final touch of color and drama, the salsa. Tomato and lime with spring onions, chopped onion, and chili.
That's literally everything's cooked.
Which means it's time for me to roll up my sleeves. I want you to show me how to actually nice up a plate.
Okay. I'm gonna literally use the red wine reduction.
Yes.
Straight onto the plate, do it any way you want, but I'll go say that way down, yeah?
Right, okay, I'll go on this side and
Yeah. That's it. Just like if you're painting.
Come we go.
We've got the barbecue sauce here.
Yes.
Just make the little swirl. Ooh. Well, okay.
That's all right,
okay.
isn't it? You know,
well, for the first time,
well, you know, that's a Jamaican one there, man. As you can see, it's got some dreadlocks on it there going on there.
I can see the locks, trust me. The next thing, let's use some herb oil. That's herb and oil just blended up. Just put it in the middle right there.
Let's go with it there. Yes.
Perfect. Perfect. And just some mango salsa. 1 sec. There. Just for colour on the plate. That's it. Yeah? Are we ready to plate the food?
Yeah, man, we're ready. Bring it on. Bring it on.
Okay.
Carry it, come. Bring it, come.
I'll try and show you what I mean by nouvelle.
I'm going to leave this to the master. Cuckoo, sea bass, salsa, and a tiny bit of bling.
Voila.
Looks gargantuan, sir.
Would you like to try some?
Pass it here, give me. Give it to me. Lord of mercy. So that is Caribbean Nouvelle cuisine. fantastic that Anthony is finding new ways with the fabulous ingredients the Caribbean has to offer. And now, the pressure is on me. I've got to unleash my finest flavors for the Jamaican High Commissioner and his mystery guests.
You succeed at last.
For this special occasion, I've chosen a dish that will really showcase Caribbean food. It's my Martinique coconut chicken curry. I need a treat, and this is it. Chicken pieces, juicy mangoes, papaya, and tamarind in a spicy curry sauce. I'm using a famous mix of spices which has its own name, Colombo, and it's one of my favorite flavors from the beautiful island of Martinique. Let's just get a bit of seasoning on our chicken. Now we're gonna just brown the chicken just to kind of lock all that wonderful flavors inside. Okay, so while that's frying away nicely, locking in all that lovely flavors of your chicken there, I'm gonna make my spice mix. Caribbean food is real fusion food, and this dish really makes use of the spices from India. For your mix, you'll need mustard seed, ground coriander, and turmeric. Then add 3 roughly chopped garlic cloves and half a red chili, ideally Scotch bonnet, of course. Right, the final thing I'm gonna add in here is a bit of sea salt. Now, this is my secret tip, because it's the grittiness that helps to actually grind everything together. You just gotta rely upon your muscles, really, to grind it together. I can hear the chicken boiling out for me. Levi, I'm ready. Let's have a look at it. When your chicken is browned, fry off your hard food. This time, onion, potatoes, aubergines, and butternut squash. Bring the whole lot to life with your Colombo spice mix. Now, these are the aromas that brought the neighbors round. Another thing about in the Caribbean, when friends would come around to eat, you never eat and leave straight away. No, you have to sit, have conversation, otherwise they'll call you nyam and goe. Nyam meaning eat, to eat something, and goe meaning to get the heck out of there once you fill your belly. The chicken's going back in, and it's time to add your liquids. Creamy coconut milk and chicken stock. Splash it all over. And then, my favorite flavor in this mix, tamarind. You may be able to get all of this sour fruit dried and pressed into a bar or as a paste. And it adds a nice fruity, sour taste to your dish. Delicious. Our final ingredients should go down well with His Excellency, mangoes and papaya. And I've got a nifty trick for removing the stone. Okay, we're gonna edge-hug the mango. Press your knife in the top of the mango, feel along the seed and keep pressing downwards. So you know you've got most of the flesh at the top. And just sort of cut around it, still it's pressing down. There you go, perfect. Cut lengthways without piercing the skin, then across. And now for the magic bit, you pick it up and you press from the bottom of your mango. There you go. That is a Rasta edge-hug with large dreadlocks. Yeah. And then get your knife and just cut away. There you go. Nice, juicy mango. I know His Excellency is gonna love this dish. We're gonna bring Martinique to him. Finish off with your papaya, a splash of rum, and lime juice. Once the fruit is eaten through, it's time for a party. I'm really looking forward to it. Looking forward to the food and the conversation, of course. So, dinner at 7 for the Jamaican High Commissioner's mystery guests. Seated around the table are 8 expectant diners, including professional party planner Liz Brewer. You EastEnders star Rudolph Walker, who was born in Trinidad, and actor Brett Fancy, who's also appeared in EastEnders and whose only taste of Caribbean food to date is jerk chicken. There is a secret ingredient in there. There's one secret ingredient in there. Yes, yes. And something, maybe a clue. It's perhaps one of the sour things that you would eat as a young child. Not lime. Not lime, no. Tamarind. Yes. Tamarind. Because as a child, you know, it's just so sour, but it's sour but sweet as well. Yeah. It's the sweet and sour.
It's delicious.
Absolutely. In the Caribbean and Jamaica, we cook today and we eat today. And it's all fresh.
Yes.
That was kind of sweet and delicious.
Yes.
As much for the sweet tooth as it was for something new like the spice.
Caribbean food is quite easy, and I think if you're not familiar with Caribbean food, get used to the fruits first, eating the natural fruits, and then move on to actually cooking. That seems to be going well. No nyam and goers here. But aren't we missing a trick? I know you probably think that I've forgotten something, but I haven't. For dessert, I'm going to be using a traditional British favorite and give it an easy peasy Caribbean twist. I'm going to be doing my boozy strawberry with coconut. I'm showing off now. This couldn't be simpler. Summer strawberries with lime, orange liqueur, and freshly shaved coconut. You need 1 juicy lime, a couple of tablespoons of sugar, and a slug of orange liqueur. Once you've added your liqueur, it's best to start giving it a stir straight away. While the lime juice does its work, crack on with the flesh of 1 coconut. Grate it finely and then drop it into the lime juice mix. And that will definitely soak up the flavors. You've never had coconut like this. Now for the crucial bit, my strawberries. All you need to do is nip the ends off, cut them in half, and simply layer with the coconut. Anthony should be proud of my stacking. And to decorate that, a nice bit of mint. Beautiful. But what will my guests think? It's strawberries, traditional British strawberries. And I've given it a sort of Caribbean makeover. And there's a whole heap of Caribbean love in there. Yes. So this will be something for you, Mr. Brett, that you can actually try at home.
Perfect.
Yeah, taste the love.
Usually you'd have ice cream or fresh cream with strawberries, but this is really fresh. I feel guiltless.
Well, Your Excellency, thank you for having me.
Well, we had a great evening, thanks to you. I mean, the food was wonderful. Yeah. But I think that what the evening did too was to get people to understand that it's more than just the food. It's the getting together, it's the sharing over, a meal that makes a difference to the enjoyment of the food. It's been wonderful. Good. And enjoy.
Next week, I'll be in the West Country serving some anglers Caribbean breakfast on the beach. That's hot. There's a tropical take on steak and chips, and my ital soup gets everyone dancing with delight.
And more than 100 of Levi's favourite recipes are available in this book to accompany the series. But next on BBC Two, using every acre of land from Yorkshire to Havana to Kenya, George Alagaya discovers the future of food.